So, the new headlines is now Chris Rock blasted Jada Pinkett Smith in Netflix special. Calls her a bitch. More angry with her than Will. Well, listen. If y'all have noticed, this is not the first time Chris Rock has said something about Jada Pinkett.
Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming. Protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
It's like this t-shirt costs $50. It's like $50. Damn.
Were they selling like buttons and shit?
Oh yeah, they had a whole bunch of stuff in there.
I remember whenever there's some black rally or something, the buttons. That's it? Yes! 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 You don't believe? You're not gonna believe this, Jada Pinkett. You win a bottle of champagne. You know why? Because you just did an interview without mentioning the name Will Smith.
One year later, Chris Rock slapped back hard, but USA Today gives it a thumbs down. He's mean, he's predictable, and boring. Some cringed over his reference to Jada.
Oh no, and everybody knows. His wife was fucking her son's friend, okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit. But for some reason, these niggas put that shit on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that fucking low down. What the fuck? That we all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel? Why the fuck would you do that shit? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Okay? And by the way, he does that shit. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. I tried to call the motherfucker and give him my condolences. He didn't pick up for me. Everybody called that man a bitch. Fucking Charlemagne called him a bitch. And the Breakfast Club called him a bitch. And The View and The Talk and every rapper and fucking the Drink Champs called him a fucking bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a bitch. Everybody. And who's he hit? Me. That's what the fuck happened. Nobody's picking on this bitch. She started this shit. Nobody's picking on her.
Like, how often would you allow another man to bash your wife? Like, how often would you allow that? Like, if you somebody like me, I'm the type of person that's like, listen, I can talk down to my family, talk to them, you know what I'm saying, say something to them, but you been not. And like, you ain't finna be sitting there talking about my damn husband and shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna be sitting up here talking about my damn wife. And, Chris Rock, he was becoming real comfortable over the years. He was becoming real comfortable just bashing and talking shit about Jada. And then at that point, everybody else was jumping on the bandwagon too. So I honestly think that slap from Will Smith was like a fed up slap. Like, I'm tired of these motherfuckers. I personally don't think Will Smith should apologize. I don't think he should apologize. Because sometimes it's like you just need to just say what the fuck you say and mean what the fuck you say, or do what you do, and that's what you do, and that's what you do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to apologize for everything. Like, who are you apologizing for? Us? Or you? You know? So that's something that kind of backfired. It make a person look kind of like, You know, and I understand like why people feel the way they feel with Will Smith, because it's like, it's kind of like having a person in your circle that don't have a backbone. They just keep letting everybody just ride over them, ride over them, ride over them, ride over them. So it gets to the point where you lose respect for that person. And I think that's what a lot of people in his inner circle, the way that they've been seeing how Jada Pinkett, his wife, has been treating him for years, you know, they've lost respect. And that's their fault, because they should not have been that vulnerable. Like, everything is not meant for the public. Now, when he started talking about August Alsina being, you know, Jaden's friend, and his mama done slept with his friend, that is like, come on, man. You know, like, it's like, yeah, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool, but what I will say is that August Alsina was grown as fuck, and so was Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? They both was grown. Ain't like, you know, 15-year-old Jaden brought one of his little 15-year-old friends to the house, and then she just turned them out. You know what I'm saying? This was a grown-ass man. And it just got to the point where August Alsina started falling in love. He started falling in love. You know, he going on, doing his little rants and stuff or whatever. Then his interviews, like how Jada done broke his heart and all this, because Jada had to eventually cut him off, because she like, nigga, like Will or August Alsina? Of course fucking Will. You know what I'm saying? Will let me do whatever the fuck I want. And Will got all the money. Like, yeah, I'm not leaving Will. You know what I'm saying? So then she had to cut things off with August, because she saw that August was starting to get in his feelings. You know how them people is too when they be having like mental issues, and how they be when they start really falling in love with a person, how they become over possessive and clingy and shit. You know, so she had to just go ahead and separate herself from that. But, you know, if you're going to be out here trying to portray like you're a role model, you need to be role modeling all the way, because Jada, you ain't role modeling all the way. And, you know, y'all done let people too much into your relationship to the point where now people don't. That's why I be telling people, when you get into it with your partner, don't be running back telling the family and stuff, venting to them, venting to your friends and stuff like that. And then you end up being with the person still. And then they gonna start looking at the person crazy, treating the person crazy and every damn thing else. So that's why I tell people, like, if you're gonna be with somebody, just be with them, deal with the bad, deal with everything. Don't vent to nobody but God. Because at the end of the day, you venting to your family, your friends, and everybody, they're going to start looking at that person in a different way and start treating that person, you know what I'm saying, probably in disrespectful ways. And the same shit that's going on with Jada Pinkett and Will. And I wouldn't even say Will is the one that outed everything. Jada the one is. She the one out here be running her damn mouth. She the one put herself on blast. You know what I'm saying? She the one be putting herself on blast. So that's why I don't be quite understanding with Jada. I don't be quite understanding, but... you know, I think that Chris Rock, you know, he did wrong for just keep coming at that man's wife, keep coming at that man's wife. At the end of the day, Will Smith is the one that slapped you. Jada really never did anything to Chris Rock. Other than the world being disgusted with the things that this lady has done, Jada Pinkett has never done anything to Chris Rock. So what the fuck is his problem with these people? Like, yeah, I know you got a problem with Will now, but it's like you've always had an issue, always bashed this lady and stuff. And that's what I really want to know what it is. That's why I really want to know what it is. Because it's like y'all, they just gave you a reason now to really say what you've already been thinking, been saying about them, probably behind closed doors. So I see, you know, Chris Rock as being somewhat a snake when it comes to that too. I see Chris Rock being somewhat a snake for that, because I bet you he's been smiling in people's face, acting like he was Will friends and stuff for years, and then talking about their ass behind their back. If anybody got anything else that they want to say, please leave a comment, like I always say. And peace and blessings, y'all. Until next time.